Zambia's economic freedom score is 48.7, making its economy the 154th freest in the 2022 index. Zambia is ranked 36th among 47 countries in the sub-Saharan Africa region, and its overall score is below the regional and world averages. During the past half-decade, economic growth in Zambia accelerated slightly in 2017 and 2018, slowed in 2019, contracted in 2020 due to a default, and then resumed in 2021. In 2020, Zambia opted to bow out of a $42.5 million Eurobond repayment, becoming the first African nation to default on its debt in the COVID-19 era under the former president Edgar Lungu, before the current president Hakainde Hichilema took office. The International Monetary Fund affirms that the Southern African country is seeking $8.4 billion of cash debt relief from 2022 to 2025, but the lender emphasized that it needs to bring down its debt service-to-revenue ratio to 14% by 2025 and then maintain that level on average until 2031, compared to 61% now.
We are proud to support the Zambian government's actions aimed at restoring macroeconomic stability, increasing much-needed social spending, and strengthening economic governance and transparency. Just this year, Zambia has introduced free education and hired 41,000 additional education and health workers and implemented reforms to improve transparency.
Zambia has won approval from the International Monetary Fund Board for a $1.3 billion assistance package, and the president said he is on track to turn the economy around. After his first budget speech in office, he had this to say.
First budget, which kicked in 26 days ago, we've been able to deliver free education from primary to secondary school. The ruling party then, when we were in opposition, said HH was lying, it was impossible. That was a gimmick. We've done it. This is our first budget.
President Hakainde Hichilema said he expects its Zambia economy to grow at 4% per year in the medium term and is focused on resolving the country's debt crisis. Zambia's economy has been growing rapidly due to expansion of copper mining industry and agriculture diversification. However, fast population growth and systemic youth unemployment remains Zambia's main economic challenge. The World Bank says Zambia's GDP is projected to grow by 3.8% over 2022 to 2024, buoyed by an improved macroeconomic environment, a positive copper price outlook, and stable and predictable mining policy environment, as well as improved electricity supply. This outlook is anchored in the government's implementation of macro-fiscal reforms it outlined in its 2023 to 2025 medium-term budget, which is aimed at restoring fiscal sustainability and credibility, reorienting expenditure away from inefficient subsidies to more social spending, and bringing public services closer to the communities. The implementation of structural reforms aimed at removing market distortions and bringing financial sustainability to the energy sector, electricity and petroleum, improving transparency, and fighting corruption will also be critical to achieving this growth path,